Bit of a rush tonight, I'm afraid. Been helping out with the scuba diving crew again down at the pool. I got home about 20 minutes ago, but I wanted to make sure that I'd promised to be on a live at 7 o'clock, and it's 7 o'clock now, and I'm live. Fortunately, the dinner I'd got myself, I thought it was something that went in the oven for 20 minutes, so I'd have to start this live a bit later on. But no, it said 4.5 minutes in the microwave, so I slapped it in the microwave, chucked it down, and finished eating about 5 to 7. So I'm here. So yes, it's the scuba diving t-shirt today, rather than the logoed one. I did wear it last night at Tesco's, and people from the other end of the store could QR code me. It's absolutely fantastic. Positive out of a negative. But there we go. So we drink these 15 minutes before we eat. Well, I'd only just got in, so I didn't have a chance to drink it. So I am on the one of the 2 drinks per day that we drink. So a year ago, I was disabled. I got 2 worn out hips due to a fall off a helicopter, as you do. And that after sort of 25, 30 years and a couple of extra pounds, my hips were completely worn out. So disabled, I had electric wheelchair, electric scooter. Hi Naomi, hi Joe. I had, it was life was just a nightmare. But I had to lose weight to enable me to get the operations, to get my life back, because I didn't have a life. I tell people I was struggling to survive. Hi. And I had to get these operations done. And as much as I tried, I couldn't lose weight. Now, what this guy showed me on TikTok of all places was that he was losing weight with these drinks. And I said, do they work? He went, yeah. Send me the link. And I'll start them. As far as I was concerned, he told me they worked. I tried them. There's a 90-day, 100% money back guarantee. If you think big picture, there's nothing to lose. You can improve your health. You can reduce some weight if that's what you're looking for. And if none of it works, then you've lost nothing. You literally get your money back. Hi Katie. And that's what I did. It's 100% guaranteed. Right, I'll try it then. First month, I lost a stone. Second month, I lost a second stone. And it's like, this is really good. Anyway, by 3 months, I was back at the hospital, seeing the consultant, and he went, yeah, you're below the weight, you're on the waiting list. So that was September last year. March of this year, I had my first hip replaced. Didn't change my life one bit because the other leg really didn't work. And then in June, middle of June 2024, I had the second hip replaced. And that's when my life started again. If you're watching this, by the way, and you haven't joined the live, that's absolutely fine. Just sit and watch if you want on the background. Hi, Rebecca. Do that. And if you've got any questions, just give me a shout. Pop in, ask a question. I'll answer you as soon as. And, if I can do something to help. But yeah, so I lost 3 stone in 3 months. Now, the weight loss with these, and we can do it one-handed, these are the packets, is actually a byproduct. Thank you very much for the co-host, but I'm not looking. Thank you very much. So I needed to lose the weight, and as I say, this is weight loss as a byproduct of what it actually does. These drinks are designed to improve your gut health. As well as improving your gut health, it improves people with type 1 diabetes, helps them a lot. It obviously doesn't cure it because things inside have gone wrong. Reverses type 2 diabetes, reverses fibromyalgia, reverses PCOS for the ladies. And if ladies have got PCOS and it's stopping them getting pregnant, well, Chris, I think he said there's 3 ladies that had PCOS, and now 2 were pregnant, one's had a baby so far. I don't know about the third one, but that's the last information I got. But there we go. You're supposed to drink it beforehand, but I've literally just got back from the scuba diving club. Some weeks I dive, some weeks I do pool cover. So I was only pool cover today, so you know it's fun. So I don't need to wear the club top, which I did get whinged at, but I don't care. But yeah, I can now go scuba diving. You know, whether it's Giant Stride entry or I am looking early part of next summer, May, April time. I want to go to Puerto Rico, and go scuba diving over there. Now, one of the reasons why I want to go to Puerto Rico to go scuba diving is because the place I want to go to is one particular part of the island. You've got the possibility of scuba diving with manatee. Well, I've snorkeled with manatee. You also go scuba diving with sharks. I have scuba dived with sharks, but only in sort of confined areas, not inside a box or anything. But if you go to these like sea life centres around the UK, around the world, and what have you, and the one at Ellesmere Port had, I don't know if they still do or not, but you had times when they would, you as a trained scuba diver could go along. They overweight you. You go down the steps, kneel down the bottom. Your knees are on the floor, but the rest of you sort of floating a bit. Scuba tank on your back, and you're just bouncing away. Next to me, literally about 4 feet away, was a 9-foot nurse shark. Now, nurse sharks don't attack humans. This thing's 9 feet long because it's going and out through the gills, and it's like, nah, you're close enough, thanks. I don't want to I want to get close to sharks, but I'm 4 feet away, and that is more than close enough. So I've dived with them, and also Nemo Center, which was Epcot Center in Florida. So I've dived with sharks there. So I feel fairly comfortable around sharks. Great whites, yes, they are very big. You don't really want to be in the water with them, but there's not a major problem. Understand what to do with sharks in the water, obviously. But there's also dolphins at the same place. So that's my plan for sort of April, May, maybe June next year. Scuba diving then, and then 3 or 4 months later, there's a couple of nice places in Egypt I want to go back to. In fact, someone suggested today a liveaboard, and you dive on a Second World War cargo ship called the Thistlegorn, which is just, it was torpedoed by a submarine, but it sank like that. Not like that, it's like that. But it went down, stood upright. So on the deck, there's jeeps, there's railway wagons, there's motorbikes, there's just all sat there. So, and I have seen videos of this, and it looks so good. So it's like, right, that's one of my plans for this year, next year, now that I've got my hips back. But the only reason I was able to lose the weight is because of these. I have that in the morning. These are superb. They are, the ancient Aztecs used to call it the drink of the gods. Now, the ancient Aztecs were really, really clever people, and I find them very interesting. So, to have a drink that the ancient Aztecs used to drink, that's awesome. Stops you feeling hungry all day. Absolutely brilliant. These two, one before your lunch, one before your dinner, unless you get back too late and you've had to wolf your dinner down. Yeah, I got back at 20 to 7, and I wanted to go live at 7. So the dinner was in the microwave. Dinner came out of the microwave. Didn't even get a chance to touch this. So I just dashed upstairs, because I can now. And yeah, so I'm still getting it down me. We normally have these, or it's recommended to have these 15 minutes before your dinner. You have it 15 minutes before, it contains a lot of fibre, and you've got a lot of fluid in there. So it gives it the chance to expand in your stomach. If it's expanded in your stomach, then you want to eat less. So that's the idea anyway. But what's really nice about these is you eat a high protein diet. So you can have, am I right in saying cheese? Loads of meat, as much meat as you want. When you have for dinner steak, chicken breast, sausages, bacon, that's a good dinner. And then you know you have that for a week, and then you notice over a week that you've lost weight. You can eat as much meat as you want. You really can. It's absolutely awesome, and it's what I love about it. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Paul. Oh, Paul's gone. But yeah, so woof me dinner down. It's a TV dinner. It wasn't really that good at all. But I've got some sausages in the fridge. Well, put them in my air fry and just turn it on so it runs for 18 minutes, and they come out. They're black, but they're not burnt. You know when something's cooked all 100%. Oh, they are delish. They are delish. Of course, I can have that anytime, especially as I'm on with this right now. But yeah, so a full list of problems that these drinks help with. Type 2 diabetes. I used to be type 2 diabetic. I'm not anymore. Type 1 diabetes, it helps a lot with. Fibromyalgia. Never even heard of it before. I started looking at these drinks and finding the things that it will help with. So many things in your life are related back to the health of your gut. So if your gut is in a really good condition, then your health is a lot better. You know, I'm medication free for type 2 diabetes. Now, I don't have to follow a strict diet. If I want to on a Saturday when we finish scuba diving, if I want to head off over to Chippy, as long as I have this before, or during or after I have my dinner, it's fine. You can have a 3-course meal. As long as you drink that beforehand, if you've had a lot to eat, perhaps have a second one. Anyway, if you're interested in these and you want to learn anything else about them, my website is yourhealthyourchoice.net. Go and have a look at that. You'll see videos from me. I do need to update them. In fact, the first video is from February this year, before I'd had my first operation. And I think I'm sat in this chair, but there were different pictures then. Why have I got these pictures on? People ask me. Well, now I've got my hips back and now I'm able to be more mobile. That's Everest Base Camp. That's what I'm going to. So January 2026, Everest Base Camp. Sorry, March 2026, Everest Base Camp. And June 2026, I'm going up Kilimanjaro Summit. And June this year, started July this year, I was disabled. I couldn't walk. I got a disability scooter. I got a folding wheelchair. I got a stair lift. The first 2 are for sale. The third one's gone. I now go up and down the stairs on my own. Easy. In fact, one of the reasons I'm selling this house is because it's actually on 3 floors. So there's the ground floor, which has obviously got the kitchen and the lounge. Middle floor where I am now. This is like a spare bedroom, box room, whatever. Nice size bedroom on the middle floor. And then top floor, from end to end, is 1 bedroom with an ensuite at the end. So each floor's got its own bathroom. Top floor, that was my bedroom. Yay. If I was going to stay here, I'd move back up there because it's just nice. But I'd have to get a bath put back in because they came and put me a wet room in, which looks really nice. But I need a bath. There we go. We could probably leave it as it is and just put a bath in. That'd be quite nice if you could do that. But yeah, by the by. But I'm planning on selling the house. I need something smaller. I don't need all the space, and I'd really like a garage. I've had a house with a garage. But a year ago, I couldn't contemplate moving. 6 months ago, I'd not even thought about it because I couldn't move things. I could barely look after myself. When you're that disabled, life's a bit shit, really, to be honest. It was a struggle to survive every day. So anyway, operation's done, and before you know it, I'm fit and healthy again, which is just absolutely awesome. But yeah, so if you want to find out more about these drinks, my website is yourhealthyourchoice.net. I also have a Facebook page. Hi, Talkie. The Facebook page is I only made it last week. So it's Holistic YHYC. Holistic, your health, your choice. Because we can dramatically improve your health. Anyway, if anyone's got any questions, please jump in. Like I say, if you're just watching from non-live, that's absolutely fine. Hi, Colin. So if you just want to see what I'm up to, that's great. If you want to come onto the live, brilliant. Thank you very much. I do these 7 o'clock every evening, by the way. So if you've heard something that I say that you quite like, but you're busy tonight, that's fine. You know, it's Saturday. You're going out, whatever you're doing. But if you want to come back and, you know, listen to me go through this again, or if you have questions to ask, you can ask them on my lives, obviously. You got my name at the top. Friend me, message me, and I get back to you. And I can talk, you know, have a look at the website, have a read through. And if you've got any questions after that. But yeah, must admit, having had my dinner, and now I'm on this, I'm getting quite full. Excellent question. What does it taste like? This is, it is a bit of an orangey colour. I describe it as tasting a bit like, if you go to a cheap hotel and have their breakfast orange, it's a bit like that. It's nice. There's not a problem with it. It doesn't have a strong flavour in any direction. But, I do love these. The one we have in the morning, the one that stops us being hungry all day, I describe it as being like a Beecham's Hot Lemon. You can have it cold. I have my breakfast in one of these, fill it about 3/4 full, 2/3 full, and have that in. But mid-morning, if I decide to have another one, I warm the kettle up. I don't boil the kettle. You don't get it too hot because it can sort of damage stuff. But if you have it hot, like that warm, yeah, it's mixed up. That one's lemon. You can get ginger and lemon. I found the ginger too strong, but that's just me. But yeah, it's like having a Beecham's Hot Lemon. But it just, gives you a super duper kick. Absolutely awesome. Price versus cost. So the premium product, and if you buy it through my link, and if you put it on to repeat the first month, like I say, 90-day, 100% money back guarantee. Order the first month. If you like it, great. You know, the second month comes. If at some point you decide you want to cancel it, you know, within the 90 days, you get your money back. What's not to try? If you need to lose weight, if you've got, hi Anna, what talk's on? I'm talking about the products that I took to help me reduce weight last year, because I had to lose weight to get my hips replaced. I was disabled. You know, until 6 months ago, I was disabled, and I struggled to get around the house on 2 walking sticks. I couldn't get upstairs. And I found a guy on TikTok, and what he was using to lose weight, which is actually a byproduct, really, to be honest, are these things here, these drinks. I have that one in the morning. You have that one at lunchtime, and then you have it again before your dinner. So, and these, we all know what breakfast is, but we don't all know what breakfast is. Breakfast breaks your fast. You've not eaten since your dinner, but weight loss products aren't so good. These really are. And thanks for the question. You know, I'll take any question. But these fasting is what the human body is actually designed for. You're not designed to eat 3 times a day. We designed to go and hunt animals, and then, you know, we eat them. What's the name of the drink? So the company is called Unicity. Now, if you go to the Unicity website directly, the products cost a lot more. So what we do is, so that's the one, that's the Unimate, and that's the Balance. If you want to go through my website, I put details on there describing the drinks, describing me, and price versus cost and some other things. If you, I'll hold them up again in a minute. If you then click on buy here, it doesn't take you to the purchase page. It takes you to the company website, Unicity's website, but with my name on it. Any information you want to have a look at. So that's the one that you take in the morning, Unimate. These are all plant-based. These are all natural. So they're really good for you. I had to lose about 2.5 stone to get onto the waiting list to get my hips done. And that's the other one. Right. if you were to go through university website, it costs you £200 a month. And it's like, whoa. Through my link, if you ordered one box but didn't put it onto repeat, it's £152. It might have gone up slightly. It might be slightly out, but I can't remember. But if you put them onto repeat, you don't pay postage, so they're £147. Right, that's the purchase price. What broke my hip? Let me just finish the other one. So, but because you don't eat breakfast, what would your breakfast normally cost you? How much would your lunch cost you? Say you save that. So I reckon they cost me extra per month about £50 to £60. But I'm no longer type 2 diabetic. My blood pressure's down. Right. I was in the Air Force in the 80s and early 90s. Late 80s, I was out in Germany working on Chinook Squadron. The helicopters landed in the field overnight. They got covered in snow. I went up the side. The last handhold, you pull yourself up and onto the walkway on top of the helicopter. But the handhold, all the snow had melted. The water had rolled into the handhold and frozen. So instead of doing that and pulling myself up, my hand went like that. Oh, no. So I fell and I hit the ground with my heels first and then onto my butt. So I didn't break my hips. I damaged them when I was 22, 23, around that sort of age. And then, 30 years later and a few extra pounds, they wore out at the same time. So the last x-ray that I saw, which was about a year before I got the operation, you can actually see on the x-ray the grooves. So basically my hips look like that. They're supposed to look like that. They're supposed to be nice and smooth and a nice curve on them. But mine were like that, and they were basically grooving together. So I had a bit of movement, front and back, but I couldn't move my leg out. So I got onto the waiting list September 2023, had my first hip done in March of this year. The second, which didn't really make a lot of difference because the other leg didn't work at all. So, but I got my second hip done middle of June. Middle of July, started July, I started my training, I'd not walked for, more than, a lamppost down the road. I've not walked more than that for the last 5 years at least, maybe 8 years. So I had a lot of training to do to be able to walk a mile. It took me a hell of a lot. As I described to people, I've got to go from couch potato. Well, no, I had to get up to couch potato because even the couch potato's fit than I was. So it did take me a wee while, but between 1st of July and the end of October, I walked 140 miles. Now, just to give you some idea of what I'm looking at, that's Everest Base Camp. And I think that one is Everest. 2026, 2 years after my operation, my first stop, I want to go and do Everest Base Camp. And I'll be 60 by then. And that's Kilimanjaro. And I want to get up to Kilimanjaro Summit. So that proves where I've come from. And if you want to see what I look like, if you have a look on my page, the first, or the two pinned videos that I've got, one is of me in a pair of shorts sat on a sofa downstairs, and that's me walking before my first operation. I'll come back onto that. Excellent question. Come along if you want. Yeah, so the first one's that, and then the second video, I've got a blue jacket on. I'm single. I'm looking and live in Lancashire. I don't know if that helps or hinders, but anyway, love to have a chat with you afterwards if you're interested. Yeah, so made me lose my train of thought now. Yeah, so Kilimanjaro. Yeah, so the second video is me training. So I've got a rucksack on. We could. Yeah, so 2026 is 2 years after my operation, because it's obviously 2024 at the moment. So I thought, and they say it takes 6 months to 2 years to recover from the operation. Now, 2 weeks after the operation, the scar doesn't hurt anymore. That's not an issue. That's gone. But yeah, it's taken me 6 months. I mean, I got rid of my stair lift only 2 weeks ago. I was still using it. I thought, I need to not use it. So I didn't use it for a couple of days. And it's like, it's a bit in the way. It folds up, but it's still a bit in the way. I thought, I just need to get rid of it. But I've had this stair lift for about 4 years. I had to use it. I couldn't get up the stairs. In fact, I had a step because, your stairs are about this far apart. I couldn't lift my leg up that high. I really couldn't. And it was just a nightmare. So I had to have a step. That's gone. The stair lifter's gone. But yeah, if you live nearby, so next year, so this year I got to the point where I could walk a mile in the morning, 4 miles in the afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. That's 10 miles in a weekend. But I really want to do 5-mile walk Saturday with a rucksack, camp somewhere, and then 5 miles back, and then increase on that. And then if you're interested, by the end of next summer, I would like to be in a position, I want to train myself to get into a position where I could do Hadrian's Wall, which is 80 miles. Now, Everest Base Camp is about that. It's about 40 up, 40 down. I think you do 5 or 6 days up and 4 or 5 days down because you're coming downhill. It's easier. Plus, on the way down, it's you got me intrigued now, you have, Hiya. I'm a bit flustered. But anyway, well, yeah, so I've gone from someone who's disabled with no hopes of the future to now someone who's able-bodied, planning on going to Everest Base Camp, planning on going up Kilimanjaro, and now go scuba diving. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah. Click on my face above if you've not already done so. Join. I look forward to having a chat with you in a bit. I do. So I'm on 7:30. Thank you very much. One of the things that, because I have been disabled, you know, to go shopping, I would get onto my mobility scooter in the house, go out through the front door, and where I live, it's quite a nice, easy route to the supermarket. It's about a mile there and back, you know, if you're walking it. And there's quite a few of those walks this summer. So I've been that disabled. You know, I could get out to the car, but, you know, if I wanted to go with my daughter, who lives with a fellow in Preston, want to go with her to the Trafford Centre in Manchester, you know, I've got to have the wheelchair in the back of the car. Actually, I've not been to the Trafford Centre since. I want to go and have a walk around and go, I couldn't do this 5 months ago. But yeah. So I found these help me so much. And as I say, you know, I'm no longer type 2 diabetic. I've no longer got high blood pressure, all because I take these 3 packets a day. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I tell you, it was a learning experience. When I could start walking 2 or 3 miles, you don't realise how blue the sky is until you couldn't get out to see it. You don't realise how green the grass is. You don't realise how good flowers smell when you've not been able to get out and smell them. But I want to help people who are currently struggling like me to help them not struggle. And that's why I've been on these. So I'd lost the 3 stone and I'm onto the waiting list. And I said to the guy that was helping me, he only lives a couple of miles away in Leyland. I said, I want to help people. What do I do? And he said, well, you join the company with a digital franchise. So I'm sat at home now. I could be in the Caribbean doing this talk same time every day. Actually, that's a really cool idea. I'm planning on going to the Caribbean early next year. Like I say, April, May time. I can do a live video every day. I can respond to people's comments. But yeah, it's like they say, you don't know you're alive until you've been close to not being alive. Or you don't appreciate life as much unless you've been in that sort of situation I was in. I mean, I'll also tell you honestly that the year before, now I've been on a lot of painkillers and a lot of tablets, lots of painkillers. You know, I even had morphine patches for about 3 months. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. We'll have a chat. It's nearly 7:30, and I'll do any last questions in a minute, and then we can have a chat. I look forward to having a chat with you, Jan. I really do. But yeah, I like to think of myself as being motivational and being inspirational. I've got an event in Bolton, February. I mean, of course, you know, we're in middle of December now. Early February is only about 5 or 6 weeks away. where I'll have a table and I'll have my drinks and I'll let people try the drinks and we'll have conversations with people. I've ordered 2 big pull-up banners. Thank you. Oh, absolutely. So I help people get started on the drinks if that's what they want. If other people want to help lots of people as well, then they can join the digital franchise. They get my support. They get Chris's support as well. They get Jamie's support as well. I was at a training session. The national headquarters, by the way, if you're in the UK, is Chorley in Lancashire. Now, people came up from London, people were from Bristol, and they said, "Oh, how long did it take you to get here?" I went, "About 3 minutes." I said, "I only live about 2 miles away because I'm near Chorley." If you know Chorley, Buckshaw Village, that's where I am. But yeah, do live stands. But they say the way to make money in a business is to help people. The more people you help solve problems, the more money you can make, and that's great. But it also would also give me the time freedom. If I can get rid of the job, help people whenever they've got messages or whatever, that's fine. I could do that. But what can I do to help people who are currently disabled or disabled rights or a whole plethora of things when I've got all day to do things like that? But also, one last quick one. So I'm planning on going to Everest Base Camp. I'm planning on going to Kilimanjaro Summit. And I was a wheelchair user. So the logo on my shirt is an empty wheelchair and Everest behind it. And I'm writing the book as I go along, which is ex-wheelchair user to Everest Base Camp and Kilimanjaro Summit. So early 2026, mid 2026 when I've done Kilimanjaro, and a couple of months to get everything finished off, and the book will come out. So I can help inspire people, help motivate people. I can speak to people. It's what I love doing. And if I can help you, any of you listening on this call, any of you watching it afterwards, get in touch. Give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment. Give me a like. Go to my website, yourhealthyourchoice.net, because your health is your choice.net. Thank you. And then I also have a Facebook page, which is Holistic, YHYC, Your Health, Your Choice. Holistic, YHYC. Right. Has anyone got any last questions before Anne and I go and have a chat? Anybody? Anything? I'll get this finished off just while anyone's typing away. Oh. If you leave it for a few minutes, you can really feel the fibre that's filled up, because there's the soluble fibre and the insoluble fibre. I don't know what the difference is. I'm not a chemist, but anyway. Awesome. Right. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for taking part. And as I say, if I can help anyone, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. I'm also here to show that there is another side. You don't have to struggle. You know, if you've got conditions that I can help with, we can help with, and we can help you get rid of that. All right. You all take care. And we will leave it at that. All right. You all have a great day. Bye.